All right. As far as the lead role of JJ, like I told you before, I pretty much prayed for clarity on that. I didn't want that to be a debate. I wanted that to be a clear cut. And I think from the auditions, we pretty much know who that's gonna be.
For sure.
We had several go out for JJ, but one
Killed it.
head above the other. So that's not for debate. At this point, we pretty much know who JJ is gonna be. This was our first in-person audition, and it was an experience. I put it that way. I think we had like 200 submissions. Maybe half showed, so that was about expected. We had some great actors, actresses show up, and I think we had some that was above the rest that kind of think leaving out of the audition process that we believe that we got a pretty good idea of who will be in the mix for certain roles. So there, and in my opinion, the best audition was Sherika, but that calls into question fit there, which might not be an exact fit. So she did request a specific role in her audition, and
She wants to do something different.
So I'm thinking, we got a role that we didn't put on the casting call that's different. And I'm thinking giving her first dibs on that.
Okay, well, that'll iron that out, but we still need to figure out LaToya. Definitely had a few people that showed up and nailed it. We had a few surprises, a few people that came out, and we had one, she knocked it out of the park, and she's local. We have not ever heard of her, have never seen her, but she knocked it out of the park. She was amazing, phenomenal. So yeah, we definitely had a few takeaways, and yeah.
I don't know. So LaToya is kind of up in the air right now. I did like Nicole, but you had a thought about Nicole.
Yeah, I like Nicole, but I see her more. I don't see her with LaToya. I see her in a different role. Okay. There was a young man that auditioned for Dante that will fit better with Nicole.
Yeah, that would be a perfect casting.
And I really like them to be together.
I would say JJ and Dante probably the two clear ones that we have. LaToya is up in the air. Larry had, I see one or two for Larry that I liked well. How did you feel about Larry?
I had one that stood out. I had one that I anticipated on doing really well for Larry, but it didn't work out as well as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
So now for me, Larry is kind of like up in the air.
The one who I felt would have been a great Larry didn't have the strongest audition.
No,
which is kind of unfortunate. I'm still giving him a shot because I just because of history, I hate to say it like that, but I know he can pull it off, but his audition wasn't the best. Large cast is always a lot more stressful, and especially by this being a series, a lot of my focus is going to be set more on the creative aspect, whereas my wife will be handling more of the behind the scenes scheduling and everything. So we know it's going to be stressful. We know it's going to be a lot that goes into it. So that's why we're right now here at the auditions and in a few weeks when we cast, we're gonna be harping on communication, because a lot of that communication up front will make it easier on us having to deal with so many cast members. So we already expect it's gonna be a feat, but once it's all said and done, I believe it's gonna be an amazing project that'll make all this headache and all this work that we gotta look forward to well worth it. She didn't mention it, and I know it's probably because of we asked her to help. But how do you feel about asking Ebony to audition?
I was thinking that.
Because
when she would stand in, when we didn't have enough females in the room, and she would stand in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She ain't gonna say nothing. We would have to ask her, but I think she would be good. As LaToya, I think she would fit perfectly with everything. I think it'll fit. I think it'll work.
Yeah. I'm just kind of, the optics, even though, this was our first in-person audition, she helped us through it. I just don't want people to think that it was all set up from the jump.
I don't care what people think. Because at the end of the day, this series has to come out.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we have to cast someone, and it has to make sense. And right now, she's the only one that makes sense.
All right, so I would just say ask her. We'll see about a self-tape on that one. And if that goes, I think we pretty much our fits there. The next ones is working out Morgan and Ashley. I think we got Simone pretty much working out Larry.
We gotta do, I think we already know, well, we got Chad.
Well, I think from the auditions, we had some pretty good options with Chad. I know 2 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
One that I think we both liked, mm-hmm. and then another one I believe we can, if push come to shove, will fit right in. Overall, man, it was just kind of, I enjoyed having the in-person audition, but
it was
some of the smaller roles gonna be kind of hard to fill.
Yeah.
This story, it circles around one family. So from the jump, I was kind of like, I won't say nervous, but I was eager to see who JJ was gonna be through this whole process, because I knew once you find JJ, the lead character, that everything else falls in place. So I'm happy to leave auditions feeling like I know who my JJ is, and going through the rest of these auditions is just now finding a fit with him, his family, finding all these other characters, and that's the fun part of casting and making these decisions. Me and her, we talked through these decisions, thinking of the whole big picture. So that's what I'm looking forward to when it comes to the casting process and getting this behind and start getting to rehearsals and getting this thing ready for production. So it's fun, the casting process, because you start to actually put a face to a lot of these characters. And I'm looking forward to the next, which is rehearsing and then production to get ready to start filming this thing. Just trying to figure out these smaller roles. All right. Well, we can get started on that. Start working through some of these smaller roles. Get some self-tapes. Get some for the ones we ain't sure. Video auditions sent out to some of these smaller roles, and go from there.
Sounds like a plan.